That's ridiculous. Oh, Lions got Donovan Peoples-Jones. Lions got Donovan Peoples-Jones. That's some breaking news for the podcast.
If that's anything more than a conditional sixth, then they did.
Why are there a bunch of trades going on right now?
Trade deadlines today.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
That's I don't know how I feel about it. 6th round pick.
6. Okay.
We can work with that.
Yeah, I mean, like I just said, if it was anything more than that, I would have been pretty upset. That's DPJ's not.
Wide receiver. We just traded with the Cleveland Browns for Donovan Peoples-Jones, wide receiver.
Thanks, Brad.
Oh, Hutch
Thanks, Brad.
Hutch will be happy.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Were they even teammates?
No, but I don't know. But the fact that Donovan's from Donovan Peoples-Jones went to high school in the heart of Detroit, like in Cass Tech, so he's playing at home, which is pretty cool.
All right, now bring Max Crosby home. That's all. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah. We got one out, 57 minutes to bring Max Crosby home. Let's make it happen, Brad.
He better not have boarded that plane last night. I swear to God.
Pink slips, bro. Pink slips.
He said, "Nah, I'm gonna stay in my hometown."
It was like he hated us last night, though. Every time he made a play, he was like,
"Well, I don't know. He's excited. Probably. I mean, I'm thinking he's excited to be back in his hometown. He's celebrating on Ford Field like he probably I don't know if Ford Field was built when he was a young kid, but
I think it's fair to say
he probably imagined himself playing there a good amount of times.
Yeah.
Making plays in front of the crowd at Ford Field.
Especially when you're not a star, when you're like a star high school, like when you're a star college player and a star high school player, the dream is to kind of go to the number 1 pick, and you're like, I'm ready to go anywhere. But when you're kind of like a underdog, when you're an
Eastern Michigan Eagle,
yeah, like you're kind of. I feel like it's mostly your goal to be the hometown guy, like to go to Detroit, like the guy Dylan Drummond who was doing good in camp. He was an Eastern Michigan guy.
Why do I feel like later picks always do better in the NFL anyway? So
well, it's just that's.
I think
like,
we just hear about him more. Like
that's like, what is it? Is it confirmation bias? I might be using that wrong.
Hindsight bias. Or
I'm like,
it's like
evaluating it, and I'm like, most first round, like the first 10 players, like don't end up doing well.
Well, that's just.
And
Yeah,
it's expectations.
That's
you know?
Twitter discourse and expectations. It's like if you're a first-round pick and you're not a Pro Bowl or All-Pro, people are like, "Oh, he's a bust." And then if you're a 6th-round pick and you put up like a 1,000-yard season, everyone's like, "Yo, he should have went in the first. Like this guy's crazy talented." Like
so
it's just like
you think if you have less expectations, you're gonna do better then?
not necessarily.
No.
I mean, it's different for everybody, but
I think it's easier. Definitely,
you have less pressure on you to perform immediately. You also have less security in like your roster.
Exactly.
Like
Amon-Ra St. Brown had to earn himself as a wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
They want Jamison Williams to be on the field all the time. He just has to show them that he can be. Like that's the real difference between kind of drafting somebody 6th and drafting somebody 1st. Like they have to show, whereas if you drafted early, you've shown that already. That's why they're kind of you know what I mean? That's why they took like Jahmyr Gibbs.
I didn't even know that the very last draft pick until like Brock Purdy started playing. I didn't even know it was like Mr. Irrelevant got the last. Oh, yeah. I didn't even know that.
It's the first time in my life Mr. Irrelevant has been relevant, isn't it?
No, there's a really good kicker that was Mr. Irrelevant. It's either is it
not even
is it Ryan Suckup or Josh Scobie? One of them.
Those are both kickers.
One of them, I believe, I think it's Suckup. He was Mr. Irrelevant, and I think is still the Chiefs' all-time.
What's your take
leader.
on that? I just have never really liked it. Like, why are you calling him Mr. I get the joke. Or okay.
No, it was started by, I believe I've read the Wikipedia article on Mr. Irrelevant so many times. I believe it was started by a former Mr. Irrelevant. Or just like
that's fair then.
A promotional company, and they just wanted to like give some hype to the last guy picked.
I like that.
Basically,
if it was like Roger Goodell being like, "Here's Mr. Irrelevant,"
so they do more than just like call him Mr. Irrelevant. There's like
incentives.
They like fly him out to like California and stuff. They like give him a few like do like a media day and like
That's
an
cool.
outing and stuff. So
I
like,
can get behind that.
yeah, they do more stuff for them than give them a bad name.
So really being the pick before Mr. Irrelevant is the worst pick in the draft.
Yeah, I've thought about
That's
that
really the
before,
worst
too.
pick in
Yeah.
the draft.
What year did Brock Purdy get drafted?
Last year.
Oh, really?
2022.
So he just had like a opportunistic.
Oh yeah,
Literally.
well, Trey Lance tore his ACL in the first week last year, and then
No, he broke his ankle. I mean, he
or,
got
did he not
pooped
tear
on,
his
but
ACL?
he
yeah,
just broke his
He
ankle.
broke his ankle. You're right. And then
Garoppolo may have torn his ACL, or at least
I feel like he was just done with the 49ers by then, though.
no, he
No,
got
he got hurt, and so that's why Purdy came in, and then Purdy won like 7 games.
because before the season it was actually like sort of a question whether Jimmy Garoppolo or Trey Lance was gonna start, and then they were like, no, this is Trey Lance's team, and then Trey Lance 2 weeks into the season broke his
That's
leg, and then
terrible.
Jimmy Garoppolo was like, I'm back, and then it didn't last long, and then Brock Purdy lost his first game as a Niner to Ben's team in the NFC Championship. That was Brock Purdy's first loss,
He didn't,
and he didn't even really lose it.
He didn't get his first loss in
Didn't
a
he
game.
get hurt in that game too?
Yeah,
Because
he
they ran
tore-
out of quarterbacks.
He tore his UCL in that game. He needed Tommy John.
And the UCL is
Oh.
pretty much the
It's
you
the-
probably know
it's like-
UCL because you're a baseball.
It's I
Yeah.
know it's in your arm because
Yeah.
Tommy John
Elbow.
surgery is what like all the pitchers get because
Right.
they over.
Yeah.
Isn't
So
it
when you-
practically the ACL of the
I mean, it's
Or-
kind of like the like torn, like how torn ACLs
Right,
are
like
so,
it just messes you
prevalent
up.
in like football. Like that's
It basically
sort of the
allows
injury
you
in
to rotate
baseball.
your.
Yeah, so
same.
any kind of like this. I'm like, that's my UCL doing that. So
I don't know why that stuff gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I know it does. As someone who had to get ACL surgery.
You did?
Yeah, it's. I don't want to.
I get heebie-jeebies.
Respect towards.
Respect to you.
Yeah, it was over 10 years ago though. So that was.
Wow, you tore your ACL as like a 10-year-old? Or as like a 13-year-old? Like what? What were you doing?
I was a gymnast.
Oh, okay. Respect.
Yeah, and I
still,
was
your
doing
ligaments aren't
softball.
supposed to like be able to tear when you're that young. Like
Well, it made
Going hard in the paint.
no, because it made recovery that much easier. Because
Yeah,
when you're
it's
younger,
so-
it's easier to recover really fast. So it's like 6 months, like I got surgery 6 months. I was like, so I was like, okay, I still have issues with it, but it's like,
Yeah.
it's just it's not you. I don't know. When you are in, once you tear your ACL, they give you options like where.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, where do you want to take it from? So, I mean, you can get a cadavers one. That's one option. And then the second option is that they can take from your patella.
What'd you do?
Because your patella is a bigger.
Patella tendon?
Yeah.
That's
it's
the
a
one that holds
bigger-
your kneecap in place, right?
Yeah, it's a
I
bigger
know what
tendon.
I'm talking
so-
about.
Yeah.
I remember.
I honestly don't remember. I think I did the patella thing.
How does it
So-
feel
I
10
would
years
want
later?
I would want a dead guy's ACL.
Mm.
I would want to
I
go
think
for
as
the
a
cadavers.
12
young
I think
dead
as a,
guy.
I think as a
Not an
12-year-old.
old man's ACL. Imagine.
I think as a 12-year-old, I wasn't really
You're
thinking
walking
about
up the
dead
stairs
bodies
and
like
you're just
that. But yeah, yeah.
They should start doing that. Aaron Rodgers, that's what probably Aaron Rodgers did.
That was his Achilles.
Yeah, but he probably swapped an Achilles with somebody.
Yeah, that's why you signed to like donate your.
Huh.
So
Think about that.
I always thought they just reattached that stuff.
No, they do.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, Aaron Rodgers probably.
That's why he's recovering so
that's what I'm
fast.
saying. Yeah, he stole somebody's Achilles.
that's crazy.
He stole Kirk Cousins' Achilles.
Yo.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Boom.
About
We're
Kirk,
gonna
the
start
whole-
a conversation.
about Kirk Cousins. I was gonna ask about Kirk Cousins because that's the whole situation now, and I don't know. His whole team was talking about how sad they are that
It's sad.
the
it's
situation
sad.
happened.
That's the best NFL quarterback to ever come from this school. So
Me is like Kirk Cousins went to Michigan State.
I didn't know that, so
You surprised
Oh.
me.
yeah, he is.
Kirk Cousins
He's-
did go to
he's
Michigan
from-
State.
I did not know that.
He's from Holland, Michigan. He
Oh,
went.
he's from your. Oh, look at that.
He's from like 35 minutes from where I grew up.
He's like a
And
legend. Or like
He's a MSU Spartan. lifer. He grew up a Spartan fan.
What year did he get drafted?
2013.
13?
It was the Luck RG3 draft. 13 or 12 or
Yeah,
14.
he got drafted the same year as RG3, a couple rounds after
Yeah.
RG3, and he was just supposed to be RG3's backup, and then RG3 got hurt, and then Kirk Cousins was born.
But Kirk is probably the second best college quarterback Michigan State's ever had.
Who's first?
I would say Connor Cook was better in college.
College. Okay,
But
yeah, I see what you're saying.
As,
An NFL player.
in terms of like a whole career, he's the best quarterback Michigan State's ever had. So, yeah, it's really sad to see from him. But free agent this year, and I'm sure he'll get another big contract because
You think he's not coming
Kirk's
back to
good.
the Vikings then?
No, I think they'll put a wrap on it.
the
Vikings are known to be stupid.
when
so.
he's gone, yeah, that's true too.
No, actually, they got a good GM right now. That
When-
one guy.
Are known to be stupid.
when Kirk's gone from that team, though, they become one of the most QB needy teams in the league. Like they have, I guess if Jaron Hall plays, we'll see how good he is, the rookie. But also just got Josh Dobbs, so Josh Dobbs isn't going to be a long term. He's a bridge quarterback. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kirk will have suitors in the offseason. And one of those could
There's
be
always suitors for mediocre quarterbacks.
I really liked him in the quarterback series on Netflix.
That doesn't surprise me.
He seems like a down to earth.
He is. He's a great guy.
That's why I'm like.
I got nothing bad to say about Kirk as a person. I just
like how they make fun of him because he dresses like a Coles man. Like he gets his.
I think
clothes
he
from
is a Coles
I
man.
tried not to have any takeaways. I did enjoy the Netflix quarterback series, but I tried not to have any takeaways on players from it because each of the quarterbacks and their agents and their media teams had final approval over every single thing that went into that show.
Oh, really?
So if there was something that they didn't want you to see, you didn't see it.
If I was in that
So
show, I would.
that's
feel the
why
same
I
way,
was
though.
like, we just got
Well,
basically.
I never knew what happened to Marcus Mariota, and that.
Credit to Marcus Mariota because they showed some bad things in there that he approved of them showing.
That's what I'm saying. Like
So-
I would want the okay, but I don't think I would say no to a lot. I think the okay is more for precautionary measures. Like you know how some people like that's
If they
technically
did a
reality
season
TV.
2, who would you think would be on it?
Stafford's already confirmed to be on it.
Really?
Mhm.
That's interesting.
I thought because he came out early saying that he wasn't going to be on it, but
We'll probably get a lot of Kelly too. I love Kelly.
you do.
You want Jalen Hurts on there?
Kelly, come join us on the pod, Kelly. Morning after with Kelly.
I love the Staffords, dude. For a while in Detroit, that was the only bright spot of the team was Matt and his
can I
family.
have
his wife's story is really
Oh, yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Can I have a minute for this one?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I've been waiting for this. Because I have gotten into literally almost friendship-ending arguments over Matthew Stafford's tenure in Detroit. And this is honestly, I'm glad you said that, Ben, because I think we're like-minded in this, in the sense that he did not get his flowers when he was in Detroit. And the fact that people had the audacity to say anything bad about him when there was consistently a dumpster fire going on around him, I think if you were one of those people, you need to say shame on yourself. And I think we all need to just watch Matthew Stafford for the rest of his career, no matter what he does, and just be like, thank you, Matt. And we should be happy for him that he went out and got a Super Bowl. And I think part of that Super Bowl is for Detroit. No, it's not.
I mean,
but
no, but
no.
No.
Detroit was. We remember the shirts and everything people were making. Detroit
I was up and down
Detroit
screaming
was
when he won.
Yeah, Detroit was rooting for him and L.A. and I would say most of Detroit. I think most of the fan base.
There was the
appreciates
people who
Stafford
were like,
for what he was.
There were the people who were like, I hope he gets one win so we get the top pick. And then it worked out so good that he won a Super Bowl the first year, and then the second year we
got a good pick.
Yeah.
And then
fairy tale. He did that on purpose for us, by the way.
First pick we traded up, that became JMO.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Wrong.
let's review. Since we've been
We can
gone
talk
for,
about
we've-
we can touch
we've
back on this in
gone-
2 weeks when he's the
Yeah.
dog that I think he's gonna be.
Since we haven't touched base on your guys' teams in 2 weeks, Yusuf, your team has had an up and down roller coaster the last 2 weeks. Are you willing to talk about
Your team, Yusuf.
Yeah, your
Ignore
team.
My Lions sweatshirt that I'm wearing right now.
Your team.
Our team.
All right,
But
well,
I mean,
Michigan's team.
yeah, Michigan's team really. Last week sucked, but I think like Dan Campbell said, it was needed. I think like I don't know. I didn't.
Was it a wake up call for?
Yeah, but it's
Detroit
that you
fans?
definitely never want a wake up call to be like that. Like we still could have lost, and it still could have been a wake up call. Like we didn't have to go and lose 28, or like we didn't have to get our first down.
38
to 6.
No, yeah, but I was saying we didn't have to get our first down after they scored 28 points on us. Like that was pretty embarrassing. And I had no questions. Like I didn't think like the wheels were falling off the wagon. Like David Montgomery would have been a great help against that Ravens defense.
They missed him.
There's a couple other things missing,
Is he
and
coming
like
back? Is he
yeah,
coming
he'll
back?
be back probably after the bye. The bye week's gonna be awesome for the health of this team. So like, and I don't think like yesterday was an awesome win by any means. Like I think it was probably like a C+ win, a B- win.
This is their bye week.
But
pretty expected
yeah.
to beat Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's expected to be Las Vegas, but I even wanted them to beat them harder. But Jahmyr Gibbs come out game, that was awesome. Like that's great because now when David Montgomery comes back, they both kind of have their own roles now. Like there's kind of plays where this guy runs these and this guy runs these, and there's even some like cross path where like now we know Jahmyr can run inside the tackles. So like, which I like.
There
that.
was a run. The run from Gibbs, the one he broke for a long touchdown.
That was amazing.
The hole that he hit was probably the best piece of inside the tackles running that he's done.
Yeah.
At Alabama, I haven't watched his high school tape, but like it was the best run I've ever seen from him between the tackles. The hole that he chose, that he has insane vision to go for, is like a half inch between the center and the guard, and he.
And have you noticed what he does?
But he sees that they have the leverage and they're going to clear just enough space for him to squeeze through there and jump over some ankles, and then all of a sudden he's one-on-one with the safety, and safety's not catching up to him.
That like when he cuts that angle and he hits, like he almost did it against the Chiefs in the first game. You remember?
Yeah.
Like he's gonna be gone once he hits that.
His burst is crazy. He also like his contact balance reminds me of McCaffrey a little bit.
At the
Like,
end of
he
almost
does
every
not go
run,
down.
you're like, this could have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
Like this was like not that far from going. But then another point I was saying, like, sorry to cut you off. Like when he goes through the hole, he does this little thing where he almost goes completely sideways and like that, but he doesn't lose any speed. It's like
He has a really cool, really interesting running style, and I definitely see the vision taking him 12th overall. Because I don't know, that vision, that speed, putting those things together in one player doesn't really come around that often. I was watching last night, and my roommate and I were talking about, I think it was another Monday night game. It might have been a Sunday night game, but it was one of Chris Johnson's best games in his career when he was on the Titans. And we were like, he just looks like Chris Johnson. Like
that first
so
drive
quick.
when he had 6 or 7 touches, like literally, I think the first 6 touches of the game might have went to him, like in a row. Like he had 3 catches, 3 runs. Like I was like,
nearly 200 all-purpose yards, I think.
yeah, over 180 for sure. Yeah, go Jahmyr Gibbs. Talk about the Eagles though, Ben. How do we? I mean, the Commanders just never gonna be an easy win for you guys, huh?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
they
yeah.
always seem to play us tough.
What you
But-
won?
Yeah, got the win.
A.J.
AJ Brown is supremely talented. I thought it was really funny that we brought in Julio Jones because obviously big reason for that is he's like a mentor to AJ. But I mean, AJ reminds me so much of prime Julio Jones. And
He's unguardable.
so to bring in and Julio got a touchdown the other day.
He did?
Yeah. Julio got his first touchdown as an Eagle.
That's pretty dope.
Um,
How does he look?
slow, old. But
But he's Julio.
It's cool to have Julio.
He looks cool out there.
It's better. I like having him as like they've been using him in the red zone a lot, which I like because you kind of get AJ and Julio and obviously Goddard as like your big guys down there. Because Smith is great at jump balls, but like it's hard to target a receiver of his stature with a jump ball. And Zacchaeus would be pretty much the other option, and he's short and not a great red zone option. But yeah, having Julio and AJ, I think it's very cool. If you're watching the highlights.
Yeah, I just wanted to see Julio Jones' touchdown.
Yeah. So yeah, Commanders are never easy for the Eagles, but 2 wins over them this year, and don't have to play them till next year. And they probably won't have Ron Rivera when we play them again for the next time. So those are my Eagles.
Riverboat Ron.
They're playing the Cowboys this week, so what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, they're going to – I mean, I don't know. Is it in Dallas or Philly?
I think it's in Dallas.
All right, we'll lose.
For the sake of
They always – I mean, we're not even going to lose because of anything like getting outplayed or anything. It's going to be like a receiver that catches a 40-yard touchdown and fumbles on the one. And like –
oh, wait.
There's always some stupid reason.
Never mind. It's at Philadelphia.
Okay. Well,
we win.
There's always
we win.
There's always like a stupid reason when the Eagles are better than Dallas
this is your
that
rivalry
they
game,
split
isn't it?
with them. And I think Dallas probably feels the same way. When they're better than the Eagles, there's always some stupid reason the Eagles split with them. They always split. So we'll go 1-1 against Dallas. I'm not expecting anything more.
I hate Dallas.
Have you seen any of the online the NFL players walking in for Halloween week?
I saw the Lions just because I follow the Lions. I thought Hutchinson and Shark Boy was pretty funny.
The Shark Boy one was so good.
There was another one that I thought was actually really funny.
Oh,
No.
One last thing. Since we're talking about costumes,
Yeah.
the Eagles Kelly Greens are so
Costumes.
beautiful.
They are
so
really
beautiful.
cool.
So are the Lions blue helmets.
Do you
I
own
agree,
a Kelly
but
Green jersey? I was going to ask you this
No.
if we filmed last
I
week.
Man,
don't.
nobody
My-
on earth buys jerseys at the disposal that you do.
My last Eagles jersey.
All the half of the Dodgers jerseys I own were from raffle wins, so don't even.
Really?
Yeah.
Raffle win? Oh, this one was the best one for sure.
Oh yeah, were you on TikTok? Did you see their TikTok? It was the TikTok sound. It was like, tonight will be the night.
Is it showing?
Yeah.
Cool.
The sound they played with that was hilarious.
That's pretty. And then Jared Goff just comes in looking
Have
normal.
you seen the Mike McDaniel kid costume?
Mm-mm. But Mike McDaniel's a national treasure, dude.
No, because I need to show this to you guys because he refused to believe he was a costume, and there was a whole conference on it, and he was like, why would someone dress up as me? And
I would love, that'd be like a,
Absolutely.
if it loads.
that would be a bucket list press conference, I think.
Mike McDaniel.
Mac McDaniel's press conference?
Team as well. Miami 17-3. They get the ball to start the second half. The Toyota halftime.
That's actually pretty funny.
Isn't it cute?
That is a cute kid.
With his team as well.
Yeah.
Miami 17-3. They get the ball to start the
So
second half. The
yeah,
Toyota
I don't have a Kelly Green jersey.
If you got a jersey, who would it be? Or would it be blank in the back?
Well, the last jersey I have is Carson Wentz. So that dates it a little. It's like 3 or 4 years old. But whenever I wear it, I block out one of the ones because he was number 11, and I put a HUR over the WEN. So then it says Hurts, and it's number 1. So I kind of make it work, but I need to get a real Jalen Hurts jersey.
No, I think that.
That's who I would go with.
You're
or like
you're telling me you don't own a Lions jersey?
I would want to go. I would want to go with a Kelsey, but I'm also not the.
Don't
You
do
know,
it. You have
the-
to wait like
the
a year or
build-
something.
The build of a Kelsey.
Oh,
wearer.
Jason Kelsey. I thought you were talking about
No.
Travis, dude. I was like, stop it,
I thought
man.
Eagles legend Hall of Famer
No,
Jason
you're right.
Kelsey.
I mean, he's gonna retire in Eagles, so that means he's forever.
I mean,
gonna
he's
be
a
an
safe choice. Yeah.
I have a Lions. My only Lions jersey is Stafford. I love him.
What color is it?
I have a Gallagher.
Blue. Galladay. Bro, Galladay was a dog.
I really like their gray jersey.
Let's talk about stat.
I
like,
hate the gray jersey.
You hate the gray jersey.
Oh my god.
I like
it's
their
Oh
gray
yeah,
jersey.
I think it's stupid. I think the blue and white one are fire. I don't know why. Like make a black one. I don't know why.
I
love
loved
like the
no,
hat.
no, not black. Don't make black a team color again.
Not a team color, but like an alternate.
No.
What about the Thanksgiving ones? Do you like those?
No.
What do you
I like-
like?
I like the silver helmet. I like the blue helmet. I think the blue helmet would look a lot better if they wore white jersey, blue pants than wearing those ugly gray jerseys. But my favorite Lions look is just silver, blue, silver, and silver, white, blue.
I like the all whites.
Yeah.
I think the all whites is
I
clean.
like the
look.
all whites.
We
too.
do good in all white too. We beat some big team, won some big games in the all whites.
So is the Keller Greens your favorite Eagles
No,
jersey?
I like just the regular.
I think the away
I like
one
the
is pretty
road.
clean. Yeah.
I like the road when we don't wear green pants ever really anymore, but I really like the road when we do green helmet, white jersey, green pants.
Yeah, the NFL asked this question before the season started, and a lot of people said the Bengals all whites
I hate
are
the,
their favorite uniforms.
Overrated.
I hate the Bengals uniforms. I hate the
Overrated.
tiger stripe helmet is my least favorite helmet in organized football. Like college,
That's a heavy
NFL,
take.
CFL.
It's overrated.
It's overrated.
I hate the tiger stripe helmet.
You don't like the tiger stripe pants?
You know what else is overrated? The Michigan helmet.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
You know what helmet I do think is pretty cool? And all the little stickers they put on it. I'm kind of
Buckeyes.
yeah.
The Buckeyes helmet. I always had to ask
I
every time, what does that mean? 'Cause
okay. That's a conversation that I want to have. I love helmet stickers. I think every college team should do helmet stickers. It
I agree.
just looks better.
It looks
Michigan
better.
State looked way cooler when we did helmet
It's
stickers.
more fun.
Yeah.
It's an incentive.
Michigan looks cooler now that they do helmet stickers.
Yeah. And we had those. I think those black helmets look cool with those sparkles. The ones we wore against Michigan.
Yeah.
Would have looked cooler if we scored in them, though.
Those jerseys still.
Did you like the
not
blackout
look themselves.
jerseys?
Yeah.
For
It's kind of
MSU?
hard to mess up a blackout.
I didn't.
I
love
don't
them.
like the neon green one though, so I hate neon green
Those are
as a color.
terrible.
So
Yeah, I didn't love those either. I didn't love the black. I feel like I missed the 1 year we did a Nike Pro Combat with like a bronze helmet. It looked so sweet.
I wasn't a Michigan State fan back then, so I don't even know.
I'm from the West Side, so
What side?
well, it's like the basketball team gets like different jerseys for everything. So
bro, why?
you showing it?
Why are you showing me that?
No, I just want. I just thought you had. But what did I show? What did
Show
I
me.
show?
What would you just show him?
Nothing.
Show me how
Nothing.
poopy Scoot Henderson has been this year.
Literally.
Literally.
Okay, so that's football. So
What's up, yeah.
let's transition to because I've wanted to talk about the Red Wings for a while now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, let's do
but
that.
I really want to talk about
Yeah,
it because
yeah.
they've been
Yeah.
doing. They surprised me, and they've had a very fantastic start to their season.
6-2-1.
And they're doing a lot better than I thought. And then after seeing them in person, I was like, wow, they're so much more of a fun team to like.
They've always been the fun team. Now we're just winning. You know, it's Stevie Y's goon squad.
And I wanted to show you this TikTok because some on the Spin Checklist podcast said when the Red Wings are winning, the
America's winning.
Yeah, and the NHL is a more fun.
That's facts. That's facts. Original
watch.
6 teams doing good is good for the NHL.
Except when the Blackhawks, huh?
No, I mean, if it's the Blackhawks versus the Red Wings and they're both good, like that's fun. That's gonna get good ratings. Like like, I don't know. The Red Wings sucking was not good for the NH. I mean, I'm just probably saying this as a biased Red Wings fan, but
I think the rest of the NHL was pretty
probably
fine
didn't
with
care.
it.
Yeah,
After
Yeah,
but
25 years of them being in the playoffs.
no, I don't know. I think the Red Wings being good is just like a sign of the time. Like, it's just normal. It's a sign of
I
normalcy.
know I'm gonna mispronounce his last name, but Alex
DeBrincat.
He's been doing very well. So
He's leading the NHL in goals.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's the points leader right now, and I think that's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
So,
I knew it. I went to elementary school with Alex for a year. Back then, I knew it when I
Really?
saw. Yeah, I went back in Beachview Elementary. I saw
Yusuf's
him
flex.
roaming the halls. I was like, this guy's gonna lead the NHL in 2023
Also-
in goals.
no, because tell me why I was observing this, and why is half the team the starters from Michigan?
Yeah,
That's crazy
JT
to me.
Comfort.
State of hockey.
Yeah,
I know, because like
That's the
that
thing.
doesn't really happen like that. You know what I mean?
it
Like,
doesn't. It doesn't in a lot of teams when you
Good thing
play.
no one from Minnesota listens to this.
Right. No, that's the thing. It
State of
happens like
hockey.
no, we are hockey
Oh my
town. We are the state of hockey. I
Have
don't
you
care
seen-
what anybody says.
Have you seen
I don't care what
Minnesota's
anybody
high
says.
school playoff
Bro,
thing? That was
Minnesota,
wild.
Minnesota and Massachusetts are the two
Massachusetts,
most
I'll give you.
prominent states of hockey, easily.
Listen,
Michigan might be 3.
hockey town. We're the
Yeah, but
we're
like everyone
established
calls
trademark.
themselves hockey town. I would argue Boston's more a hockey
No.
town than Detroit. Literally,
No,
they've got like 4 colleges that are really good at hockey.
No.
They've
That's
got
true.
great high school hockey.
Mm-mm.
They've
High
got-
school's hockey is something.
They've got
but
the
if you
Boston
look at our
Bruins.
But if you look at our, we have the best travel like program in all of America. Little Caesars is one of the best AAA programs in the country, year in and year out. Bell Tire is
The
also one of the
USA
best
Hockey
programs. There's
headquarters is over
like,
here.
think
isn't
about
it?
that.
Like,
isn't it
Jack-
in Colorado?
No, it's here.
It's here.
That's where Adam
You-
Nightingale
you
came
pass-
from. The
you-
development.
When you go to U of M, you pass
Plymouth.
it.
Oh.
anyways,
Did they move it from Colorado?
I don't know.
It used to be in Colorado.
Anyways,
Oh, I did not know that. I pass it on the way to Ann Arbor all
Jack
the time.
Hughes, the Hughes brothers all came, like a bunch
Yeah.
of people moved to Michigan to play travel hockey here.
Yeah.
The high school hockey, I'll give you. Massachusetts and Minnesota's different tier. But travel hockey, Michigan might be the best in the country. We have like maybe 10 AAA hockey teams. A lot of states don't even have AAA hockey teams. Some states only have 1. Michigan has like 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was observing, because it's like extremely rare, or like
You know,
rare
Little
to have
Caesars, the
teams
AAA
play.
hockey team, they practice under.
I know Little Caesars, but not the hockey
Oh,
team.
they have like
They have a youth team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's like a pipeline, literally.
Okay.
Like and they practice under the Red Wings. Like they built them a practice arena under like in
Under
the basement.
LCA?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. But no, that was how did we even get into this conversation?
No, because I was telling you about how half the starters for the Red Wings are
No, you're
from
good.
are from Michigan, and that's an extremely rare occurrence for like a professional team to have players from that state.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
no,
it's
but
like,
that's the thing. I'm kind of used to it because we've always at least had one Michigan guy like on the Red Wings, because it's just like. And the teams in Canada, the teams in Canada can probably relate too, because like there's so many Canadian hockey players. But like, I don't know.
But Canada's
This
so
is definitely
big
the
though, so
most.
it's like if you're playing in Alberta and then you're playing in Toronto, it's like
That's true.
Yeah, let's not act like every Canadian
Yeah,
hockey player's from
you're right.
Canada's not one place.
No.
Like,
No,
you
no.
know, you got what, Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton,
Ottawa.
Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa. So lots of different hometowns.
That's the
up
thing,
there.
I would
too.
argue Ottawa's the least.
Even like Patrick
Favorite-
Kane has
Yeah.
lived in Michigan because of like travel hockey at some point. Like
Really?
a lot of people. You'd be surprised.
Yeah,
Michigan.
but it's like almost you're playing in your hometown every game then, so it's like
What?
for the Red Wings.
Oh
like,
yeah.
you're
That,
playing in
think
your
about
hometown.
how awesome that is.
Some people don't like that.
I don't. Or what am I saying? I would love
I don't.
I would love that. I don't know. I could get that though. Like Sauce Gardner said he didn't want to come to Detroit because of
Yeah.
all the people who would ask him to.
Yeah.
Might be nice though, because I think everybody except Larkin went somewhere else and then came back. So
Where did Larkin first go?
everybody except Larkin.
Oh,
So Larkin spent his whole career here.
With-
Everybody else was somewhere else and then came here.
Did Larkin play college hockey in Michigan?
Michigan.
At
Yeah.
Michigan? Oh,
There- I
okay.
think
at Michigan.
Larkin.
No, because we need to talk about how many Michigan hockey
Players
players are in the NHL and how like, that's like direct pipeline to
There's
like,
3 on the Red Wings. Comfer, Kopp, and Larkin. And I think they all play together.
MSU on the come up though.
Yes. Artem
Plus-
Levshinov, top 5 pick in the next NHL draft.
Yeah.
but
That's pretty crazy.
is
Plus,
it more common
Abdicator
to
legend.
is it
Red
more,
Wing legend, Spartan legend.
NCAA champion.
Yep.
is it common to only play 2 years in
College hockey?
college hockey and then move
I don't know.
to the pros?
I think me and Ben were even talking about this one time on our car ride home, and I don't really understand the system. I understand
I don't get it
like,
because I read it because how they break NCAA rules is how it's a they're not actually signing a contract when they get drafted. It's more of a like a promise.
It
it's
almost
a promise
is.
that you're gonna play.
You don't sign a contract when you get drafted.
No.
But neither do NFL players. Like
Yeah, they do.
they don't.
They
sign
sign-
it,
they
but
sign
like
right after.
like it's not like on the day they get drafted they sign a contract.
Yeah, there's like the rookie signing period, which
Yeah.
is a few weeks.
But then
or
they
a month or
go
so.
they go to training camps in the summer for that team as a like promise.
Yeah, like development camp.
Yeah. Like whatchamacallit, on University of Michigan, Ethan Edwards, was drafted to the Devils. And
Yeah.
he's like in his he's decided to play his 3rd year in Michigan, even though
So that's where it's interesting because it's like hockey. You can get drafted and still play in college. NFL obviously you get drafted once you're done, or once you get drafted you don't go back. Baseball, same thing. Once you get drafted, you go into the minor leagues. You don't continue to play college, though the day of the MLB draft used to be around the time the College World Series was starting. Now it's moved, but so there was I remember a scene where Dansby Swanson got drafted 1st overall, and his team celebrated with him on the field because they had just finished a game at the College World Series.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, but obviously he hadn't signed yet, so he could still finish out.
I know that
season.
because LSU won the College World Series this past year, the pitcher for LSU got drafted
Skeens.
and then immediately started playing for.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty interesting. Baseball's also really interesting
Didn't
in that category.
Luke Hughes played with the Devils?
Yeah, no, literally they lost
In the
in the
playoffs.
Frozen Four. Michigan lost in the Frozen Four, and immediately that weekend he got called up to play, which is extremely rare
for hockey.
for hockey. And then he scored his first goal in the second.
It'll only
game.
happen though when you're a top 5 pick like that. In that sense of timeline, when that year, that'll happen like 3 years or 4 years after you're drafted for a lot of guys, where you'll finish your season and go to the NHL. But to happen that the year you're drafted is rare.
Yeah. Well, I mean that family. I don't know that family. The genes in that family. That's pretty rare for 3
Yeah.
years.
So is it uncommon for guys to let's say they get drafted with maybe 2 years left of eligibility? Would it be uncommon for them, if they're not NHL ready, to go play AHL in that team's organization, or would most of those guys go back to school?
I think it depends. Depends how ready they are.
Okay.
That's really all it is. I think the more ready you are at AHL, if you're underdeveloped and younger than college. I don't know though. I'm probably not the.
I think the
I need to look
development
into this more.
development process in hockey is really interesting.
It's so goalies, dude. Some goalies won't play. Some goalies will be rookies when they're 28, 29.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a lot of it is trust though, because it's
That
really
too, and development,
statistical.
because that's the hardest one to develop. Because the speed of the shots, the pace of the game.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
That wasn't me. Never mind. I'm not sorry.
Is that me?
You're the one with the sound on your phone. So
No, it wasn't me. Jalen Johnson staying in Chicago though. Who cares?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember when he got drafted, and I made it an internal competition with myself that Jeff Okuda would be better than him, and he even wasn't.
Yeah, it's tough. Hefe got very banged
Free
up.
Hefe.
did you
He's
watch?
been good with Atlanta this year.
Has he?
Yeah, he has.
Did you watch
They
any
like
of
him a
the
lot.
Frozen Frenzy?
Nah.
That was an interesting, heavily advertised day for hockey.
I don't care, man. I just like the Red Wings. I just want to watch the Red Wings, man.
Well, what do you?
Okay.
I mean, the Bruins are going undefeated again, so
I don't. They're losers, dude. I hate the Bruins.
What team? Patrick Kane got traded last year, didn't he?
To the Rangers, but now he's a
Rangers,
free
okay.
agent still.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No team.
and he's interested in the Red Wings, but there's like a large community of Red Wings fans who don't want him to even
Dude.
touch us.
It's like, oh, I hate this guy personally
Yep.
because he was a good player for my rival team. Like he didn't.
Not even. I don't even know if it's that or if
He didn't go like hat in hand begging the Chicago Blackhawks to draft him.
No,
Like,
he
he played for the team that drafted him, and he's a good player. I don't get.
I love
hating
that. Patrick Kane might be
like
one of my
that.
favorite players to watch of all time. He's a dog.
He was.
And he's like swaggy too.
Yeah.
Like he's just got the swag. Like I remember he scored. Do you remember? I don't know. I know you're not a huge hockey guy, but he back in the day
Yeah, I
he
used
scored
to
a
watch
goal
it more than I do.
where he did like a 360 backhand from the dot and just sniped it top shelf, and I was like, this dude's sick. Tyler Sagan too. That he's also got. Used to have some swag.
he is so fun to watch in person.
Yeah,
I will say that.
in
That
person.
the Dallas Stars team is really fun to watch in person.
What do you mean? Like, what makes a team more fun to watch in person?
I
than
guess like the
another?
combination of the players, the fans, and just the overall how good the team is. You know what I mean? Like the Stars are actually really good, so it's like really fun to watch.
It's so
and then
weird to me
and
that
then
they're good.
Dallas fans are hilarious because they will chirp like. There's a lot of talking going on,
Oh,
and I get the whole game explained to me as they're like.
me and Ben had a field day at the Red Wings game last
we
year,
did. Good
and then
fun.
realized there was like a scout, a job recruiter, like behind us, halfway through the third period after we were saying obscene things. And we were
It's
like,
fine.
"There goes that."
Yeah.
But I think he still helped you out, didn't he?
I don't want to work in hockey. It's fine. It's fine. I did go to a Lightning game
That was fun
earlier
too.
this year,
Yeah.
and it was a preseason game.
Don't say it.
I am so impressed with their fan base.
Oh, I was
That's
gonna
what
say
I was
like, don't
saying.
say you like are a Lightnings fan.
No, I got
I
a
was
cool,
impressed with
did
their
get
fan
a
base,
cool
too.
hat.
Their stadium is really
Scott
It's
Bank.
so
What
cool.
is it? What's their arena called?
Yeah, it's like
Scotiabank or something.
Scott
is it
Bank. or
Scotiabank.
Maybe. Who cares?
Scotiabank is
We beat them this year though.
Canadian, isn't it?
We're 1-0
Um,
against them this so far.
But yeah, the Lightning fans are
Had to put that out
awesome.
They are.
They're
They're
really
pretty
cool.
annoying, like to play against. But hey, I don't want.
Plus, I got to see like what the Yeiser plan looks like in like 8 years. You know.
And I hate to say it, Red Wings, like okay, if you're playing anywhere on the West Coast, Red Wings fans are gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
Be a lot.
I just think Detroit fans in general are just so dedicated.
Okay,
love
thank you,
seeing-
Mia.
They
Thank you,
travel.
Mia.
No, I mean
well.
on the airplane. I like literally like woo, like
That's how
the
they were?
Lions. No, yeah, it was crazy. I was like, I
That's
said
how
this
I
would
would've
never
been.
happen for any other. No, the lady, the hostess lady, literally had to go and be like, sorry, this plane doesn't have live TV yet, but we'll keep you updated on the game because I know everyone wants to know what how the Lions are doing. I said that would not happen anywhere else. If I was flying anywhere else, that would not be happening.
That's pretty sick.
So
Brand
Listen,
new life.
there's a lot of people who have, me myself, I've been waiting my whole, but not even me myself. Like there's people who are 30 years older than me who have waiting their whole life for something like this, and not that I don't know. I don't want to say something like this. Like I don't know.
No,
It
I'm
feels
thinking-
special.
I'm thinking about my mom right now, and it's like, she's, talking to me like she hasn't seen a team this
Yeah.
good since Barry was here.
And they're saying it's different than that 1990s team. Like
yeah,
like they seem like I don't know. It just seems like something's a little different. The hope, like if this just feels like the start.
the Detroit teams are on the come up.
Yeah, like that
Well, yeah.
wasn't the start of it. That was
okay.
not.
That was a crazy. Sorry, finish.
No,
finish
I
what
was
you're
just saying that wasn't the start. Like when we were the last playoff game we went, that was kind of near the end of Barry's career, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
Like
point I'm making is that like we're
97?
at the start of the rise. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was a crazy like coincidence type thing that because Detroit really is a great sports city, all 4 sports. You know, the Pistons are the best non-huge market NBA franchise in NBA history, easily. And the Red Wings, obviously historically great. The Lions, obviously historically terrible. The Tigers, historically mid. And
have they even been to a World Series?
The Tigers, yeah, a bunch of them.
Like
they have like
2 since
they have like
2010.
4 World Series titles.
Okay.
Not that irrelevant.
But yeah, they haven't won one since the 80s. But when I was growing up, they were competing, going to the playoffs every year. And then all of a sudden, every sport in Detroit became the Lions. The Red Wings got terrible, the Tigers got terrible, and the Pistons got terrible, all kind of right in the span of like 2 years.
The Red Wings,
so,
the family that owns the Red Wings and the family that owns the Tigers are the same.
Yes.
People.
And so across sort of the country, it was just like whatever sport you follow, Detroit sucks.
It was inevitable.
And that kind of,
true.
you know, that beat sports fans down in this in Detroit for a long time. And I think it's really nice now that everyone sort of seems to be on the come up. You're getting that passionate fandom back that sort of had to be silent over the last 10 or so years.
I can't speak on like the Tigers personally, but like the Pistons per se, like they definitely dragged it on too. Like they did not have they missed on their draft picks. They didn't make the right moves. But like the Red Wings, that was inevitable. Like, you know, after making the playoffs for 25 years straight and you lose your 3 Hall of Fame assistant captains and captain, like there's gonna be like a rebuild period, and unfortunately, it's like been 7 years. So
but they have a lot of young guys now. They drafted
that's
really
the thing.
smart.
Like, if
it
you
was
think
just unfortunate for the Red Wings that the end of that era came at the
lined
same
up,
time that the Tigers had to rebuild also after 6 or 7 years straight going to the playoffs.
Like,
the Lions were always terrible.
Like 2
and
years
the
ago
Pistons
was
were rebuilding
so sad. Like if the Red Wings were like tied in a game in the 3rd period, I would be like so excited. And then like now, if the Lions were like competing, we've come a long way. It's not like that, but like
You're saying he tried to like slash him lower on his body?
I'm not even saying he wanted to cut him. I'm not saying that. But like when you're playing hockey in the there's been guys who have like swung sticks and smacked people in the back of the head with helmets. Like there people have done stupid shit.
Yeah.
So I'm not doubting like this guy who leads the league in penalty minutes was like mad at this guy who's the star player on the other team and like thinking like let me take him out, and lifts his leg off, goes too high, accidentally fucks him up. Not saying it wasn't an accident, but I'm thinking the leg up was intentional. Like the leg up like that isn't. I'm not saying.
I don't know. You see guys.
Well, I never heard a take on his. Like, I never even knew who hit him. No one talked about.
Yeah, and it wasn't.
Him.
I don't know. It's unfair to say that it's intentional though. It is.
See, I don't know. Every time I see it, it seems like every hockey game I watch, there's a hit where
The skate flies up,
and I think to myself about I think he was a Flyers goaltender.
Yeah, I know. The Sabres won back in the day.
Yeah, Sabres goaltender. That got his
That guy
throat
survived.
cut. Yeah. But, it makes me think about that every time because I'm like, their necks can just get fucking cut.
Any game. And if you grow up playing hockey, you'll meet somebody who at least got their thing slashed or something like that.
I've heard of
when they're
cutting of the legs.
Yeah.
Cut their shin starts bleeding or something like that because it cuts through the sock.
And there's points where there's 3 players on the ground in one area, and then they all get back up.
Or when
and
somebody
gets
hit and everybody starts fighting and everybody's going like this on somebody. Yeah. No, that is. The only thing that bothers me about this is, I wish there was a very clear view, like an NHL view with a couple replays of it. But it just looks
in the UK hockey league.
Right. It just looks like he led with his foot.
I understand it looks bad, but
look like he led with his foot on purpose.
That's Karate Kick.
I feel like there's no way somebody.
It's hard. It's hard to imagine somebody would do that.
Yeah. I guess that's more my thing.
Morally.
Yeah. It's like
don't know what kind of goons they have.
I don't think one
UK British
like one professional athlete to another, you know. Like there's still
That's
even
murder.
if you're a
You
even if they're a dirty player, like there's still always like a baseline of like respect between professional athletes.
And not even respect is maybe like spitting. This is like he killed him. You know, like if that was his intention, like, you know, saying what you're saying, like let's hope he didn't do it. Let's say it was unintentional. Like that happening, I don't think that guy should play hockey anymore. I don't think he'll want to play hockey anymore. If I kill somebody accidentally or intentionally, if I kill somebody accidentally, I don't think I'd ever want to step foot on ice again. But I don't think he should be allowed to step foot on ice again, because if your foot is even accidentally possibly flying up in a sweet chin music motion, accidentally, you're a danger to others on the ice.
But all the time you see
but if
people in the NHL
flipped,
like
that's one thing.
Flying, yeah.
But he skates, he stops, what do you call it? He stops striding, which is what you do right before you hit somebody. You start to brace, and then he goes leg up into the guy. I've never seen that before.
He's hitting he's contacted by another player as his leg goes up. Like right before his leg goes up.
They are close, but there's no contact.
He literally runs into him.
No, he skates right by him. There's no
You can see him bounce off of him. He literally makes contact. He does.
Mia, analyze this for me. Well, we need your take.
He literally makes contact with the other guy, and
you think the guy in the white
shoots him up.
I don't know what it did.
I think it's just so he makes contact with the first guy, and I don't skate.
I don't see.
Like I don't skate. I don't know.
Go back to the front so you don't have to see it all.
I don't know the.
Just rewind it. It's like real.
What is your favorite bar in East Lansing?
Oh, shoot! I keep doing that. I keep thinking you're on TikTok, and I can.
It's like this. So whenever you're done with it, go back like this, like on the bottom.
It looks like he's gonna run into that other player, but then he feel like he was trying to hit the other player, but then he went too far forward and
To me, it looks like he hits the other player and loses his balance and overcompensates by putting that leg up to try to regain his balance. You know what I mean?
And then
like when you get knocked off balance and you go, ooh.
Okay, wait, let me see. How's he reacting afterwards?
Dude, he was in tears afterwards.
No, I'm sure he was in
tears.
Really
fucked up about it.
I don't think it was like I said, I don't think he intentionally tried to cause that outcome.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was thinking. But I think it's like a dirty hit, and then you have to be held accountable. I don't think you can play anymore. I don't know. It's a terrible accident.
I don't think has anyone ever been banned for life from the NHL for a hit though?
No.
But
nobody's ever killed somebody either.
Yeah. I can think of when
there's been
there was a boarding it was during the playoffs, and I think the Penguins were involved. I can't remember if they were the team or that did it or got penalized, but there was a really bad boarding penalty, and the guy got ejected, and then it was game 4 or 5, and he got suspended for the rest of the series. And I think it would have been the rest of the season unless, but I don't think they won the series.
Another big factor is the repeat offender thing. I mean, obviously, if this guy's the nicest guy, everybody the people do their due diligence. They talk to others around the league. They talk to locker room. If this guy is a known jerk, then. And leads the league in penalty minutes. I saw that report. I haven't done any due diligence into myself.
That's what people on Twitter are saying. That he leads the league.
You know what I mean? So
penalty minutes.
I'm not gonna speculate. The truth will come out sooner or later. You're right. It's not really fair for us to speculate. From what I saw, I don't know. That motion's really.
Again, no one even talked about the person who actually hit him. So.
Right, and I don't think that really should. Yeah, obviously, most of the attention should be on. Rest in peace, Adam Johnson. That's such a terrible thing that happened, and I think I don't know. I think like I don't see how neck guards hold players back at all. I think neck guards should be something that everybody should wear.
I think that's, like any attention that's not on Adam Johnson and, the well wishes for his family, but like anything that's not focused on him should be
Neck guards.
Like,
and yesterday I was thinking
other player.
bubble, but after that I was thinking like bubbles could be dangerous because bubbles could crack. You could get like
What do you mean?
like the
like
plastic cages.
Okay. Like high school.
Yeah,
hockey.
high school. And
Okay.
I don't like the metal cages. Like professionals aren't gonna get behind metal cages, but bubbles I feel like they could. But I feel like that could get dangerous because like a big hit to the head. I don't think a bubble's that much safer. Like I don't know. I think like there could be bigger safety hazards for the head contact. I don't know, but neck guards I don't think would hurt.
Neck guards would be
Because they're just like a piece of like not like
yeah, but it's also like it's easy to put a neck guard on a goalie helmet. Yeah. Obviously after that Sabres thing that became a thing, I believe.
But the neck guards that the players wear are.
How do you get it if you have like the visor and then?
That's the thing. It's not like that. It's like
It's like a Velcro
it's
thing you put around your
Velcro
neck.
and it's
kinda
not
like a neck roll.
plastic. It's like I'm like comparing it to the thing that
And then Bauer makes it so it's like
Yeah, all youth hockey players wear one.
Just look it
It's
up.
like the stuff that freaking people wear for a bulletproof vest, like that kind of like comparable to that fabric, like
Yeah.
as Google does.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was saying. It's kind of like a neck roll where it's
Right.
like
It's just not gonna like penetrate. Like you're not like that might not happen. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's enough though for the Adam Johnson talk.
Every single time I see like a skate go slightly above knee level. Like I don't know. I think it's crazy that this doesn't happen more often. Like
especially how sharp they are because
Yeah.
they're the people they have equipment managers like sharpening
Yeah.
If
like a knife.
if you like, it's just a matter of It's like a knife. It's a matter of rubbing your finger against it the wrong way. You would slice it straight open.
right.
And especially the hockey, like Mia's saying,
Like, it's
the
gotta
NHL ones, like the one I use, like for my IM league, my rec league, is not as sharp. But these are sharp as crap.
Yeah, they're like every game they're like sharpening them before.
Have you guys ever heard of what happened at Taylor Hall?
No.
You know Taylor Hall? You probably know the name.
Name's
Yeah,
really familiar.
he used to be on the Oilers. He was like the McDavid, but not McDavid before McDavid, but like he was the Oilers star boy before McDavid showed up.
Okay.
One day he was, and this is why you have to warm up with a helmet on. He was skating around without
I remember this.
a helmet, and he just fell, lost the edge, and one of his teammates tried jumping over him, and he sliced him like right here, right before the game. And you'll see, like, even if you look up Taylor Hall now, I'm sure he has a ridiculous scar
I
because
know
of
who you're
it.
talking about.
And like that,
He does have a scar on his
that's
face.
like the same kind of thing that I'm thinking about. Like, how do these, with all the like ways that players' bodies get contorted when they're like getting hit or giving hits and all that, like how does maybe not someone dying,
think of,
but
like,
how does like skate cuts in general not happen more often?
But like, even think about watching football. Like there's a hit, like yesterday I was watching a hit. I think it was Khalif Raymond on like a punt return. He took one and his head was like
with
straight.
Meyer.
Yeah,
on the
and I
hit.
was like,
Yeah.
bro, like how is like this is the cut, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'll show you me here.
I remember that being a thing, and then
Oh.
like hockey traditionalists being like, "How dare they require us to warm up with a helmet?"
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, what are the odds? Like,
It's kind of like the "How dare you make me wear a seatbelt while driving?" And
I mean, they used to play without helmets.
Yeah.
Goalies used to play without helmets.
Yeah.
Like, what?
that's insane.
Okay, well, I have a little game for you, Yusuf. I mean, Ben can answer as well if he knows an answer, but you stated on a previous podcast that since you're just mostly a Red Wings fan, you don't have bigger general knowledge on the NHL, so I kind of wanted to test your overall knowledge on NHL facts. So, let's go basic. So, Where is the Hall of Fame located?
Toronto.
Correct.
I almost said Cannon.
All right, we're going back and forth. I'm not just waiting around while he plays a game. Even if I don't know the subject as well.
Give it to him.
What is the most goals scored by one player in a single game?
That's how I would have just guessed.
6. It was Gretzky. That's my guess.
No way.
You're close. I mean,
Is it 5?
No, it's
8.
Oh wow.
But it was in 1920.
Oh, it's not Gretzky.
By the Montreal Canadiens by Joe Malone.
Joe Malone.
Joe Malone. How
Joe Malone.
Who holds the record for most points scored in a single NHL season?
Wayne
Gretzky. Hey, you stole my
Sorry,
pick.
I'm sorry. Your turn.
What is the oldest professional hockey team in the NHL?
It's yours.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Is it Montreal?
Yes. Correct.
I didn't even know. I would have probably said Toronto.
Which player recorded the highest tally of goals in one season?
Gretzky.
Do you know what number?
63.
How many games did they play? 84?
82.
65.
Oh, same as NBA.
No, 80. No, he scored a lot. He could have scored 100.
It's closer to that number.
Like 90.
I'm going to guess 101.
It's 92.
Oh, I was thinking
That's
someone had to
crazy.
have 100 goals
That is
season.
crazy.
92 goals in one season.
That is crazy.
Still, with the way people talk about Gretzky, you would think he's scoring 2 goals in every game.
He practically did.
Yeah, I mean,
dude, 92 is absurd.
Who is the only NHL player to ever receive a life suspension?
We were talking
about this earlier. You said you didn't think anyone ever had.
Is this yours?
Yeah, it is mine. I'm gonna go.
Is it like a name that we'll know when he says it, or like when you say it?
I don't. He has a nickname, and his nickname is Wild Beaver. So I don't.
Yeah, I don't
Just
know.
throwing out.
Who's my guy?
Billy Couture, something like that. He was thrown out after losing Game 4 in the Stanley Cup.
For what?
Brutally assaulting referee Jeffrey Laflame.
Good for
Yeah,
him.
Habs captain in 1925.
That's the kind of leader you want.
What year was the NHL founded?
1896.
1902.
1917.
Really? What's the score?
I don't know.
We're just playing. Oh, you should
We're
get.
just playing.
We're just playing.
Having fun.
What's the
I think
record?
It's like 2-1.
What's the record for the longest NHL game ever played?
6 overtimes.
8 overtimes.
6 overtimes.
7 overtimes.
They did it in minutes, so I don't know.
Oh.
How
What's
many
that?
minutes is this?
So you divide that by 20.
It's a
right?
team. It's a team you're familiar with.
The Red Wings? Yeah.
Is it that playoff game against
Yeah. I
Anaheim?
mean, it has to be a playoff game. But I don't know which.
It's the
old.
early days of the Red Wings.
Oh, it's not against Anaheim then. So how many minutes is it?
It's 176 minutes of
6
play time.
divided by 20. 8 overtimes.
No.
Well, 9
no,
overtimes.
Yeah.
8.8.
No. Because 3 periods
Oh, 3
were regular.
periods. So 6 overtimes.
Yeah. Oh,
You were right.
Who's the shortest NHL player ever?
Bucky, short guy, O'Neal.
Alex the Brinkhead.
Or how tall?
Oh,
How tall?
I know this one.
How
Nathan
tall?
Gerby. Nathan Gerby.
4'9".
Taller than that.
Nathan Gerby.
How tall is he?
Gerby.
How tall is he though?
5'4". I don't know.
Oh my
5'6".
gosh, you're close.
5'6".
No, the other one.
5'4".
It's 5'3". The shortest person to ever play in the NHL.
5'4". No, he is 5. Yeah.
Shortest guy to ever play in the MLB. Got like 1 at bat for the St. Louis Browns and they gave him like a bat that was like as tall as him. He walked, I believe.
How many total teams are in the NHL?
32.
This is before the Kraken became a team, so it was
31.
You think there'll be more in the coming years?
I don't know. I think Las Vegas and Seattle are the two like pretty easy home run expansion options.
Want to talk about that?
The NBA is going to put 2 teams in. You know, the NBA is going to expand to 32 pretty soon, with teams in probably Las Vegas and Seattle. But I don't know if I see the NHL expanding again in like the next 5-10 years. You know, I think 32 is a pretty good size. That's the max size pretty much for American sport leagues right now. 32 NFL, 32 NHL.
We're not getting more than that. Is OD.
OD?
Overdose.
Ah. I was like, is there another meaning?
No.
Who was the oldest NHL coach in history? This is kind of modern.
I'm going to go with my uncle.
Daryl Sutter.
I'm going to go with...
Daryl Sutter. Wait, how old is Daryl Sutter?
What's your guess?
I'm going to go with my uncle, Al Arbor.
How old is he?
They brought him back for one game when he was like really old.
Oh, like your uncle's
right.
actually a coach?
Yeah, my Al Arbor. He was actually.
You got it right. It's Al Arbor.
They brought him back for one game when he was super old because it was his. He retired with 1,400.
This is his uncle.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, my mother's maiden name is Arbor.
Wait a second. What?
Not like my direct uncle. He's like my he's like my great uncle.
Whoa.
Yo, this podcast has to start with that. What the heck?
So they brought him. He retired with I believe 1,499 games coached for the Islanders. He has the record for the most games coached with one team. So they brought him back when I was really little for a game against the Penguins, like just to coach his 1,500th game. So he was super old when that game happened.
So he's the oldest.
That's
not fair though. Yeah.
But my mom, like a bunch of people in my family got tickets. So
they were at that game?
We got 2 tickets. So my mom took my older brother to that game.
Wow.
That's incredible. That's wow.
Wow.
Yeah. He played for the Red Wings and the Blues, I believe.
He was like, yeah, I think I'm going to go with Al Arbor. What's his name?
Al Arbor.
I think I'm going to go with Al Arbor. I think I have an idea about
I thought he was making a joke. That's
what
why.
are the odds?
Yeah, no. That's
sick.
That's great.
We
Oh
could
my
go-
god.
Man. But yeah,
we gotta end on that note.
I don't know how old he was when they brought him back for that game, but he was up there because he was retired for a good few years before that.
That was his 1,500th game.
Yep.
Played.
1,500.
Shout out Al Arbor.
Shout out Al Arbor.
You're the man.
Okay, this one's pretty easy. What is the only NHL team named after a Disney movie?
I don't even think we should. I mean, the Mighty Ducks, but I don't even think we should keep going. I think that's how we need to end it. I think that's how we need to start and end it. We're done.
We're walking off.
We're walking off Al Arbor, bro.
Al Arbor. Yeah.
How can it get better than that? How long have we been talking? Yeah.
Oh, man, we've been here a while. Yeah, we could go.
I'm serious. That's what I meant. Like that was like a perfect wrap up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we record an intro before we leave?
No, we have one now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's gonna talk about the World Series, but I guess.
Do you want me to give my notes on the World Series? I don't care. I'm not watching. The Phillies lost. I'm sad and I'm upset with baseball. I'll be back in April.
Thanks for watching another episode of Waterboys. You know, shout out Al Arbor, shout out the Lions, shout out Jameer Gibbs, shout out Ben Shockley. Go watch your Spartan Sports Report's new episode, Halloween edition, going for triple Emmys type. You know, that's how we're coming. That's it. Mic drop.
Love you.
Shout out to Ben's great uncle.
Al Arbor.
Al Arbor, everybody.